Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna do my makeup tutorial thing for you. I'm going to wash my face first really fast, and then we'll get on with the makeup. Okay, so just wash my face, I put lotion on it. We're good to go. Okay. My first tutorial. Okay. One second, I just got back from traveling, so all my stuff is in the bag. Woo! Dropping everything. Okay, so the very first thing I'm gonna do, because I'm ratchet like that, you're going to take, one second, let me adjust this just a little bit. Not too much. Okay, I need 2 hands for this. Okay, there we go. Right there. Perfect. Okay, you're gonna take, if you have one, a beauty sponge. And just get it wet. I like using cold water. As cold as you can get it. Get it wet. And then put it in a towel like this. Squeeze once. Take it out. Make sure it doesn't feel like super soaked. If it does, then one more squeeze. But like that. Yeah. Just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I don't know why I like using cold water. I just feel like it sets everything better. Okay, and then I am using the Maybelline New York like concealer in the shade Ivory, so number 5. Stop focusing behind me. There we go. So Maybelline New York. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go down my nose. Go up right here into my T-zone. Like so. I did a little bit on my chin. Just going to spread it around with the brush. One right there. And a corner to my nose like that. And then underneath my eyes. Like that. You're going to go from here down to right here on your nose. Like that. And then with this, you're going to go right underneath this cheekbone line. About halfway. Just like that. And if you have trouble finding your cheekbone, just do it from like right here on your ear. And just take it halfway, like you're heading towards the corner of your lip. So right there, down. And I only go halfway. Otherwise, you're going to look like a dead person. Believe me, I have tried it. This is a trial and error type thing. Okay. And then you're going to take your sponge and just kind of like blend it in and out everywhere. Except for your cheeks. Don't do your cheeks yet. Everything else. What this is doing, I have absolutely no idea. But it looks good. So okay, the under eye part. And when you pick out a concealer for doing this, you want to go about 3 or 4 shades lighter than your actual skin tone. Because what we're doing right here is we're highlighting the parts that look more sunken in that we want to look more brought out. So like if you have bags under your eyes, make your eyes look a little like red and puffy, do this and it just kind of smooths everything out. Obviously not all the way because I see that right there. But it makes you look more awake, more healthy. Alrighty. Yeah, especially on the eyes, you want to make sure that it gets blended out really well and that it's not too thick right underneath your eyes. Otherwise, it will crease. And that's not fun for anyone. Okay. Okay, so it looks like that. Now for my T-zone, we're going to start from the center and then we'll basically dab our way up in it, like around. And I can have a fan. Don't go on your nose just yet. If you already did, that's okay. You're just going to look weird. I'm just kidding. Okay. But don't go all the way to your hairline. You want to kind of keep that normal. And this isn't the only thing we're going to be putting on our face. This is just kind of to give that contour underneath our foundation. So this is what I look like now. So now we're just going to like kind of pinch it like this and just go down and up the nose like that. To kind of, and then like if it's too harsh of a line on the edges, just kind of barely dab it. Don't like push it out any. Just kind of soften that line. Like that. So I don't have any foundation like right along this part of my nose. And now when I put the foundation on, it's just gonna kind of give me a little bit of a contour for my nose. Okay, now, right here. We are not going to go above this top line of the foundation. We're just gonna, or the concealer, we're just gonna basically blend it down. Because we want to keep that sharp line because it'll give us that contour. See? I don't have the best lighting in here, so I apologize. Okay, so you see that contour, sort of? I just kind of just barely brought out my cheekbones. Okay, so that is our concealer contour. Now I'm taking my Maybelline New York Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation. I get the Dewy and Smooth because if I get the matte, it's way too dry for my skin. And it actually makes me look very cakey. It brings out my pores. I don't have it right now, but I highly recommend using the NYX primer before doing any of this. It literally like basically smooths out everything. You can't even see any pores once you do anything. And it makes your makeup stick to it while also giving a barrier to your skin so it doesn't get in your skin. I love it. And it makes your face feel so soft. We don't have that right now. So we're just gonna go in with our foundation. I just put like a little bit on there and then I just dab it all over where I need it. And I want to start from the outside and work my way in, because if you start on the inside, work your way out, you get a lot more around these like more delicate areas and it looks a lot more cakey. So you're gonna start on the outside and then work your way in. And make sure that you blend it in. And don't worry too much about these like creases and stuff. Like we're gonna go back in with our little tip area. And I like to blend down into my neck a little bit because my foundation isn't the perfect match for my neck, but so I like to start in the middle first and then move my way. And this part might take a while, so don't worry if it feels like you're taking forever. It's okay. The more you blend, the better it'll look. Okay, now we're gonna go on our nose, just a little dab on the pointed part of your sponge. Really get into those creases and blend it out. Okay. Down to the lip a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna take this. There's just like a little bit on the edge of there, so I'm just gonna dab, 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 dab. So I have about that much on there. We're gonna do our under eye. And this part you want to make sure you blend out really well. So I'll start down here low. Don't start up in the corner. Once you know that there's no more like big globs on there that's gonna cause an issue, then work your way up. Don't push too hard, otherwise it worsens your bags. Just kind of lightly dab, dab, dab. Okay, I'm gonna do the same to the other side. You want to make sure it's a thin layer, but enough to give us the look we want. Yeah, I started too high on that one. Now there's like this thick line right underneath my lash line. Okay. Okay, now for the forehead, I use the tip, and I'm just going to put a little bit of foundation on there like that. You see that? Perfect. Okay, and then I start in my T-zone, and again with the fan motion, we're just going to work up and down like that. And you don't want to get too much in your hairline because it will show. So use like an end that doesn't have foundation on it and just kind of like buff that out a little bit. Okay, and once it's to your once it's to your satisfaction, we are going to set it. And kind of go under your eyes one more time. Your foundation might have creased just a little bit. Okay, now I use the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. Any type of like setting powder will do. Just get some on there, top off the excess. I like to basically turn my head down and keep my eyes up because it helps stretch out a little bit that bottom area so it doesn't crease while I'm doing this. Sorry for my baby crying in the background. Okay, and that helps it not to crease too much and like cake and stuff. Alright, 1 second while I go help my child. Okay, she's happy now. Okay, so once we set our under eyes, we're gonna go about setting the rest of our face. So however you want to do that. One thing you don't want to do is after you've set your face, put any more foundation or concealer on it. It will cake, it will not blend. So that's why you want to make sure that your face is how you want it before you set it. Okay. And a lot of people do their eyes before their face. I don't. I probably should, but this is just always what I start with. Otherwise, I can't see the full look of my eyes, and I don't know if it looks good. So I'm going to do my blush next. Not always a lot. We're just going to go ahead and blend that out. And I don't have a bunch of brushes like Aubrey, so I have to use what I got. It's a little bit more pigmented than I wanted, but that's okay. Kelsey! But one thing I like to do is I could go up like that. So. She's fine. She doesn't have to be held. Okay. Alright, and then I like to just lightly do my hairline in that same color of blush. If you have bronzer, you can use that. But I just do this so that my forehead doesn't look completely pale. And once you've done that, just kind of like go and lightly blend it down. Don't add any extra product to your brush. Otherwise you're gonna start looking very, very red. Okay, then go down the nose very lightly. Like this. Just kind of, one is naturally that way. I like the more natural look. So just kind of redden up your nose a little bit. And then your neck, just so that it kind of matches. Okay, that's how I do my face. Next I do my eyebrows. I don't have the best eyebrows, so. The way I do mine is I underline, or I like line the bottom the way I want it, and then I use this brush and I comb it up. I need to get more. That poor child. I changed her diaper, I fed her. She's still acting like she's dying. I'm just like so close to the end. I was like, ugh. They don't look perfect and never will, but you know what? I don't want to mess with them anymore. Anyways, gosh dang it. Okay. That'll do. Okay, stop touching it. Okay. Now for my eyes. Okay, I use just a dab of concealer on each lid. Literally just like the smallest little. Like that. And then I just use my finger and dab it all around my eyelid to just kind of give something for your, well, one, it like covers up all of your imperfections on your lid. I have a very veiny lid. I don't know if you can see how veiny it is, but anyways, And then it gives just kind of a nice seamless color. Hi, Bubba. Just a little bit more on this one. She is dying, y'all. And again, you don't want this too thick because you do have a lot of fine lines on your eyelid. And you don't want it to crease. And again, just like dab very lightly. Hi, Bubba. What you doing? What doing, Bubba? Kelsey, you're okay. She needs to go to sleep. What, Bubba? That's good. That's so recording. I was like, oh no, what did I do? I don't think that's the way I had it before. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, I do like to go in with this kind of a brush to begin with. And I have the Naked 2 Urban Decay Basics. This was a very expensive palette, so I just kind of, it's a nude. So I'm using this second, the lightest color right here. It's closest to like skin color. I just put a little bit on there, dab off the excess, and just kind of dab that right here on this lid where you have those fine lines. And that's just kind of setting that so that it won't crease. Because it will if I don't do this. One second, I'm going to calm down my daughter. It's alright. I know it. It's okay, princess. It's okay. It's alright. I know. Yeah. I know. It's okay. It's okay. Well, there's a bird. This is the life of a mother. Okay. Okay, once you have your eyes set, we're gonna go in with this fluffy. Focus on it. Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah, so this brush right here. And yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this NYX Ultimates palette. Alright, we're using this first shade right here. And that's going to be our base. We're going to put that right into the crease and down to our lid. One second, let me wash out this brush real fast. Make sure there's no extra colors or product on it before I put it on my lid. Okay. Just make sure that that's nicely blended onto that lid. Okay. Now I have the Profusion Cosmetics chocolate palette, and then we are going to take this color Hidden right there and put that into our crease, just our crease, a little higher maybe, but we're not going to put it all over the lid, just in the crease. So you're just going to go back and forth until it's nicely blended. What is my son doing? You guys, hold on, don't look at my ugly house. But you have to see this. It's the cutest thing. There's brother, big brother taking care of Sissy. Watching movies. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go back in with the Ultimates palette. And we're going to, so what we're doing is we're just kind of like going in with a shade just darker than the last one that we put in. So we put in that first one. And then we put in, hold on. Then we put in the Hidden one. Okay, and now I think we're actually, yeah, we're gonna go in with this one. So it's still the Profusions Cosmetics, so it's the Siennas palette. And we're gonna go in with this Outspoken. And same thing, we're just putting it in the crease. And just blend that until you like what you got. Okay, so we have that. Again, I apologize for the lighting in here. I have 3 bulbs now that are out. Okay. Next, we're gonna go in. I don't want to go red because then I'll get a punch in the eye. We're gonna go in. Yeah, so we're gonna go back to our flat brush. I just noticed this. They have the color Groovy in both of these palettes. That's funny. Okay. So we're going to go into the Siennas palette. And we're going to use this cryptic color again. We never used that color, did we? No, we're gonna use this color Cryptic right there. And we're just going to put a little bit of that on there. And we're just going to start from the center of your eye and bring it out. Now I know it looks like I know what I'm doing. Really, I am just putting colors on my eye until it looks good. But yeah, you're going to go from the center of your eye and bring it out to the outer corner. Do not go further in than that, because we want that part of our eye to stay light, and I'll show you why. Okay, so we're going to put this color Tickled. It is a shimmery, one second, yeah, it's like a shimmery metallic-y looking color. You're going to take your finger. Do not use a brush for this. You will get a ton of fallout and it'll be a mess to clean up. Okay, so like that. And we're going to put that from the inner corner to the center of our eye. You can dab, you can kind of like swipe with small strokes. Dab, dab, swipe, swipe, swipe. Dab, 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 swipe, 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 swipe. Dab, 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 swipe, swipe, swipe. So it looks like that. I know I make weird faces when I put makeup on. Shut up. I'm gonna use this other finger. Okay, here we go. Okay. Looks like that. This one just seems like it's okay. Perfect. Okay. Same palette. We're gonna go in with this color right here. It's called Certain. It's a metallic-y. Come on, focus. Yeah, it's a metallic-y looking something or other. It's more bronzy. Okay, that's that color. And we're gonna put that on our outer. So we're gonna start in our outer corner and move it in. It will kind of blend itself, but if it doesn't, don't worry, we're gonna fix that in just a moment. Whatever you do, not go from the center to the outer. Otherwise, you'll have an issue. Too much in the center and it won't blend properly. Okay, so it looks like that. Okay. Okay. So that same fluffy brush we've been using to blend stuff, we're going to do that, but very lightly. Just kind of like swipe it back and forth. And instead of your lid to kind of blend those two together. Like that. And if it does kind of take away the dramaticness of the way you want your metallics, just go ahead and dab a little bit more where you want it. And just kind of go back and forth with each color, and it'll kind of blend it that way. Okay. Alright, so that's what our eyes look like. I don't know if you guys could see me when I did that. Okay, so that's what our eyes look like. Okay. We're not done yet. Take your flat brush again. We're gonna go back into the chocolates palette. And this color right here called Polite. Yeah. We're gonna take that, just a little bit of it, and put it right underneath our brow. Okay. And then we're gonna take, let's take this color right here called Illusion. Put a little bit of that on your finger. And then just kind of dab it right there. It'll kind of highlight. Actually, you might want to rub it because it'll go on pretty pigmented if you dab it. And it'll just highlight our brow bone. Like so. Okay, and then go back in with your fluffy and blend that. Okay. So that is what my eyes look like. Anyways, so we're gonna go do our under eye now. Make sure there's a little bit of fallout from the glitter. Just take your blush brush and very lightly just kind of swipe it away. Perfect. Okay. All right, so I have this very tiny brush right here. Okay. We are going to do that cryptic color again. Just get some on there. And we're going to take it from this inner corner, kind of 3/4 of the way, right underneath our lash line.